I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you all to the local building, albeit for a sad occasion. Indeed, it's part of life ended, therefore we gather together in sadness and appreciation to honor the dear soul we lay to rest, the memory of the late Honorable Justice Keikura Bangura, in a solemn ceremony with tributes and the opening of a book of condolence in his memory. Would like to start the tribute by calling a member from the bench of the Judiciary of Sierra Leone to start off the tributes.
My Lord Jesus, my Lords, the Learned Attorney General and Minister of Justice, the Solicitor General, Director of Prosecutions, Your Worships, members of the Solemn Session, the bereaved family, ladies and gentlemen. We have again been summoned to this special session, Solemn Session, to pay tribute to yet another member of the legal profession who has fallen. This is in keeping with the sacred and age-old tradition for a noble and honorable profession. This time around, it is in memory of the late Honorable Mr. Justice Keikura Bangura, also known as Ket, who have just returned home after his work at Justice of the Court Court in Abuja, Nigeria. My Lords, Your Worship, members of the bar, ladies and gentlemen, I submit that we are here not only to recount the memorable incidents that occurred in the course of the journey of late Justice Keikura Bangura in life, but also to pause and note that by his virtue, we have each been put on notice that we too, individually, will score 1 day, 1 hour, 1 minute, or 1 second in the near or distant future. And therefore, we must engage in sober reflections and learn lessons to guide us in our respective paths in the journey through life. I also consider view that death or passing away from this transient world, the everlasting world, is not only certain for every living thing in also our beings, but also one of the contradictions or paradoxes in the phenomenon of life, which gives us a glimpse of the nature of God or Allah, the Creator. This is because to be born is to die, and one cannot die if one was not born and be alive. This has led some wiser heads hold the view that life and death are only two sides of the same coin. Late Honorable Mr. Justice Keikura Bangura is said to have been born on the 22nd November 1962 in Petoma village in the Lubu chiefdom of Old District in the southern province of Sierra Leone, and is reported to have passed away on the 6th February 2023, that is 3 months after celebrating his 60th birthday. From the humble beginning as a village boy in Petoma, Late Justice Keikura Bangura started his former primary school education in that village, Petoma, and then to Sunguya, at Sunguya Secondary School, then to the government secondary school, also known as post school, then to Amadia Secondary School. He then proceeded to Public College to study law in 1989, and upon completion of the education, he was called to the bar in 1984. He began the practice of the law as of 1984, and he rose to the ranks of state council, senior state council, and principal state council. He was in civil and commercial division. I joined him and others and law firm in November, and I linked up and established close working relationship with him and late Mr. Joseph Oba and Mr. Mahar Mohammed and Justice Bar, who was then senior chief counsel in law firm. He was very good in drafting legal opinions and aggressive in negotiations on behalf of government. In fact, the Solicitor General then, with the goal always assigned to Bangura, then state council, to difficult negotiations, and he always pulled them through as he was forthright on diplomatic and aggressive in his engagements in those negotiations. In fact, I'm told and I verily believe that in one of those negotiations in Casablanca, Morocco, the Bangura, as it then was, who was representing the government, was so aggressive on diplomatic and compromising that the funding partners decided not to give him his spaghetti, and he almost got stranded. He had to call the Solicitor General in Freetown to intervene on his behalf before he could leave Casablanca back to Freetown. He was indeed a committed man to his work. Honorable Mr. Bangura for his love for his family, particularly his mother, Mama Sela, and his children. He supported and cared for them. What was remarkable to all around him was that any woman who came in his life, either temporarily or for real, must meet the approval of his mother. Otherwise, that relationship will be automatically called off. I'm sure Haja Kadi can bear us witness to that. In his office, he loved and cared for his colleagues. When we are the law of that department, I got seriously ill. They said that I needed further medical treatment overseas at government expense. Gates held my hands and took me to the Minister of Finance to the relation of his and told him to fast track the processing of the documents as I was his brother and my medical situation was critical. A few days after our sentencing, I was called and informed that check for my trip was ready. That was Gex. On a lighter note, Gex had an enviably robust appetite for food. He would eat anything at any time, and sometimes against medical advice. On one occasion, when we had a buffet lunch and official function, Gex took so much food in his plate that when he sat down to eat, one hardly saw him on the other side of the place. And the canopy of mountain of wood would block your sight. My brother and former colleague, both at the law of department and at the judiciary, was also a committed Muslim, and nothing or nobody would stop him when it was time for prayers. He would, for example, leave work or the meeting to go for prayers. Hajar Keikura Bangura, please let us continue to pray for him. My Lord, your worship, members of the Lead family, my brother started from the very humble beginning and became a great man, a lawyer, a government lawyer for that matter, a judge of the High Court, and then a justice of the Court. This is the man God called on the 6th of February 2023 through the cold hands of death. The news of his demise froze us all. It froze the family. It froze the residents of Kitioma and Tumbuya. It froze the alumni of Tumbuya Secondary School. It froze the alumni of Bo School. It froze the law social department at Buma building across the country. It froze us in the judiciary. How then the mighty fallen? Tell it not at Kitioma. Tell it not at Tumbuya. Tell it not in Bo. And tell it not in Victor. We lament today for the fall of our brother and colleague. King David lamented the fall of his friend Jonathan and King Saul. I'm also reminded of a few verses of the hymn, Now Praise Be Great and Famous Men. I quote, we praise you the glorious names we know, and they whose names are perished, lost in the age of long ago, in silent love is shed. In peace, their sacred ashes rest. Fulfill their days in death. They bless this earth, and they are blessed of God and man forever. Gex lived 83 months, and for this, I submit that his life on earth was a life very well lived, a task very well done, a race very well run, and a victory very well won. We pray to the Almighty Allah, and in the words of Paul C. Condolence, in his book, The Soul on Fire, I quote, to have pity upon every man, Lord, in that hour when he has finished his task and stands before thee like a child whose hands are being examined, unquote. So let it be with pleasure. On behalf of the teacher and my humble self, I extend my deepest condolences to the widow, Keikura Bangura, the children, the Bangura, Jabati, Kaiwa families, and all other relations in Kwechebu Makuli. May his soul rest in perfect peace.
I would like to give a tribute on behalf of the ECOWAS Court.
These are the tributes that the Chief Justice and the Court. The tribute the President of the ECOWAS Court of Justice, anyone from Wako has sent on behalf of the ECOWAS Court. Despite the inevitability of death, the reality of which does not deaden ability of the sense of loss and finality. It is therefore never easy to say goodbye to someone who has been part of our lives. Until October 2022, when he completed his tenure as a judge of the Community Court of Justice. Our departed Justice Keikura Bangura was one of us. Over the 4 years of his tenure at the court between August 2018 and October 2022, he was part of a diversity of the judges court that set a record with the highest number of decisions delivered, including landmark decisions. These contributed to strengthening the students of the court and contributing to the protection of the human rights of the citizens, consistent with the court's mandate. The court recalls his role as the judge rapporteur in the celebrated case of Amnesty International Togo and several others against the Republic of Togo, delivered on the 25th of June 2020. The decision won the court the 2022 University of Columbia, New York Global Freedom of Expression Prize. Prior to joining the court, I understand he served in the Law Office Department of the Ministry of Justice, where he spent the greater part of his career, starting as state counsel. He later became a senior state counsel before rising to the position of principal state counsel. It was in the latter capacity that he served as the acting head of the national and constitutional law before being elevated to the bench. Perhaps it was this capacity that equipped him for his role in the ECOWAS court, which he served meritoriously. Although he fell ill just before the completion of his tenure, the court had wished for his full recovery, as the court spared no expense to ensure he got the best treatment. Ultimately, he lost the battle for life. Just like every one of us, as one philosopher said, quote, we all die. The goal isn't to live. The goal is to create something that will be good. Reflecting on this, on his remarkable career, I believe he has created something that will endure in his dedication to duty and those cherished values for which he will be remembered. As I recall his brief period with us, it is fitting to recall the corpse of a popular Christian being rendered at funeral services for us. Only remembered by what we have done. Thus would we pass up and its toil, only remembered by what we have done. As we mourn the departure of our brother and colleague, the challenge is for us to dedicate ourselves to the pursuit of those ideals that will outlive us and will constitute a legacy. By his death on Monday, 6 February 2023, the court has lost a worthy ambassador to the Republic of Sierra Leone, but will treasure the memory of his period of service to the court. May the good Lord console the family, the people of the Republic of Sierra Leone, for the loss of such a leader soul. May his gentle soul rest, find a place in Jannah. This would have been read by the representative of the court, in the person of the successor, Justice Sengu Mohammed Kuba. Unfortunately, because of flight arrangements, he is late and it is not yet done. So the beginning family.
I would now like to invite a member of the Ministry of Justice and Law Officers Department to give their tribute.
My Lord, the Chief Justice, Justices of the Superior Court, Attorney General, Minister of Justice, Solicitor General, Director of Public Prosecutions, President, Sierra Leone Bar Association, learned colleagues, members of the bereaved family, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I stand here to give a tribute to a fallen hero, the late Honorable Justice Keikura Bangura, commonly called Ket. It is one of life's cruel ironies that only about 2 weeks ago, we are together in Mr. Kandu's office, whom we consider a very close friend of his, discussing issues. And now we are sadly mourning his passing. It seems unfair, but to the faithful, we are left to remember the profundity of life, which reminds us that there is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born, and indeed a time to die. As humans, we are to accept the divine providence of the sovereign God. Justice Bangura can be described as moderately obdurate with an inquiring mind, who is fondly remembered for various things during his lifetime at the Law Officers Department and at the Community Court of Justice, particularly his love to gist with staff. Those of us who have crossed paths with him will remember him as a thoroughly decent, humane, engaging, courteous, thoughtful, and genuine man. Justice Bangura started work at the Law Officers Department as State Counsel in 1994. He was promoted to Senior State Counsel in 1998 and Principal State Counsel in 2011. In 2015, he was appointed a High Court Judge of Sierra Leone and served in that capacity until his appointment to the ECOWAS Court. He started his tenure at the ECOWAS Court of Justice in August 2018 to October 2022. It was indeed marked with highs and lows. Justice Bangura was part of a college of 5 judges from the different ECOWAS member states who dispensed justice in an exemplary way, breaking records for the timeliness in which the decisions were done. It was a proud moment for him when Columbia University awarded its Global Freedom of Expression Award for a significant legal ruling to the ECOWAS court for its decision in Amnesty International and the Togolese Republic, for which he was rapporteur. This was one of the high points of his time at the ECOWAS court, which was unfortunately marred by the dreaded sickness. When this sickness reared its ugly head, the ECOWAS family stood with him and ensured that he received the best care whilst in Abuja and later in Dubai. So it was a victory for the community when he beat the sickness and returned to work healthy. His colleagues were elated, and so were all the staff who had missed gisting with him. The lows are discounted by the highs as we remember him very fondly today. As we pay homage to his meritorious service and bid him farewell, we do so as one family. And on behalf of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, the Deputy Minister of Justice, the Solicitor General, the Director of Public Prosecutions, and the entire staff at the Law Officers Department, I extend our heartfelt condolences to his beloved wife, his children, relatives, colleagues, and friends. May he live in our hearts and the hearts of all those whom he touched and inspired in diverse ways. And may his soul rest in perfect peace.
I would now like to invite our Mama Fana to give a tribute on behalf of the Syrian Bar Association.
Honorable Chief Justice, members of the Superior Court of Law Officers Department, the bereaved family, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. We are most touched by the fact that we have lost one of our astute, diligent, and honest judges of this republic. Much has been said about him as a lawyer because he practiced mostly in the public domain with the Law Officers Department. Those of us who knew him, his practice was largely limited to that. But when he became a judge, as practicing counsel, we appeared before him, and his true character and stature revealed to us as a man is rightly put by His Lordship Justice Montfort, who was most undiplomatic and unkind when it came to matters of justice and the manner in which it was meted out. So there is no denying the fact that when it came to injustice, he was most undiplomatic. When it came to suppressing the weak, he was most undiplomatic. When it came to suppressing the truth in the face of what was clearly unjust, he was most undiplomatic. In fact, I can very well recall in those cases where there were attempts, speaking from the bar, to interfere with him or manipulate him, he could even say that I wish that person was before him so that I can give him the nastiest of words. So this was the kind of person we knew. And that is why we are not surprised when he excelled to the level of the ECOWAS court. He did his best and projected our country as one that is full of men of caliber, intelligence, and hard work. Today, as we sit here mourning his death, we are most touched by the fact that
He was an affable man, caring and loving to especially members of his family, but also to us members of the bar. As a judge, he never discriminated against anyone, whether you were young, old, or had just practiced for the very first day at the bar. In fact, he encouraged pupils to learn more before him. My knowledge of Justice Keikura Bangura as a person who at all times rose to every level to ensure that justice was done was in one of the cases that I appeared before him. And all that we had wanted was not only for justice to be done to the person who deserved it, but for it to be swiftly done. And behold, the entire case lasted for just 2 weeks. So this was the kind of person. And you have that even at the ECOWAS court, he did not waste time at all with what was to be delivered in time, and not only delivered in time, but what was to be thoroughly delivered, so that at the end of the day, we will all be proud of his judgment, just as he got the award. To members of the bereaved family, I know you have lost a husband, father, a brother, uncle, and so forth. But we entreat you in this sad moment to be guided by the fact that it is only the good Lord who calls us all to rest. And he has indeed called an honest man, a diplomatic man in justice, a fierce human rights defender, even as a public practicing attorney, and above all, as a judge who did his best to project the image of his country and to the best of his ability. May his soul rest in that.
My Lord, the Attorney General of Justice, worship, members of the association, members of the family. We at this juncture pray that all of us stand up for a minute silence in honor of our father. May the soul of our party rest up.
I would now like to invite the Honorable Justice Alachi Momocha Stevens for prayers.
My Lord, the Chief Justice, in court of ceremony, my Lord, my ladies, the Honorable Attorney General, and other members of the bar, the bereaved family, ladies and gentlemen, following the death of the Muslim, Surah Yasi is read to ask for forgiveness from Allah. I shall read. A'udzu billahi minasy syaithanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yasin wal Qur'anil hakim. Innaka laminal mursalin. Ala siratil mustaqim. Tanzilal azizil hakim. Tunzira qauman ma unzira aba'uhum fahum kafirun. Akarihakal qawlu ala aksarihim fahum la yu'minun. Inna ja'alna fi anatihim aghlalan fa'ka'annahum fahum mu'minun. Wa ja'alna min baini aydihim saddan wa min khalfihim saddan faghshaynahum fahum la yubsirun. Sawa'un 'alaihim a'anzartahum am lam tunzirhum la yu'minun. Innama tunziru man taba'a dzikra wa khashiya rahmana bil ghaib wa bashshirhu bi maghfiratin wa ajrin karim. Inna nahnu nuhyil mauta wa naktubu ma qaddamu wa asarahum wa kulla shay'in ahsaynahu fi imamin mubin. Wadrib lahum masalan ashabal qaryati ja'ahal mursalun إذ أرسلنا إليهم اثنين فكذبوهما فأخذنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون. قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا ما أنزلنا الرحمن من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون. قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم لمرسلون ما علينا إلا البلاغ المبين. قالوا إنا تطيرنا بكم لئن لم تنتهوا لنرجمنكم وليمسنكم منا عذاب أليم. قالوا طائركم معكم أئن ذكرتم فأنتم قوم مسرفون. وجاء من أقصى المدينة رجل يسعى قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين اتبعوا من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم مهتدون. وما لي لا أعبد الذي فطرني وإليه ترجعون. أتخذوا من دونه آلهة إن يردني الرحمن لا تغني عن شفاعتهم شيئا ولا ينقذون. إني إذا لفي ضلال مبين. إني آمنت بربكم فاسمعون. إلى دخول الجنة قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون. بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين. وما أنزلنا على قومه من بعد من جند من السماء وما كنا منزلين. إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون. يا أسرة على العباد ما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون. ألم يروا كم أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون أنهم إليهم لا يرجعون. وإن كل لما جميع لدينا محكمون. وآية لهم أرض ميتة أحييناها وأخرجنا منها حبا فمنهم يأكلون. وجعلنا فيها جنة من نخيل وأعناب وفجرنا فيها من العيون ليأكلوا من ثمره وما عملت أيديهم أفلا يشكرون. سبحان الذي خلق أزواجا كلها مما تنبت الأرض ومن أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون. وآية لهم ليل نسلك منه نهارا فإذا هم منزلون. والشمس تجري مستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم. وكما قدرناه منازل حتى على النجوم الكثير. الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار كل في فلك يسبحون. وآية لهم أن حملنا ذريته في فلك مشحون خلقنا له من مثله ما يركبون. إن نشأ نغرقهم فلا شريك لهم ولا هم ينقذون إلا رحمة منا ومتاعا إلى حين. إذا قيل لهم تكونوا ما بين أيديكم وما خلفكم لعلكم ترحمون. وما تأتيهم من آية من آيات ربي لكانوا عنها معرضين. إذا قيل لهم أنفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا بالذين آمنوا أن يتموا من لا يشاء الله ويتمروا إن أنتم إلا في ضلال مبين يقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين ما ينظرون إلى صيحة واحدة تأتيهم وهم يخصمون ولا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون ونفخ في الصور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما الرحمن وسرق المرسلون إن كانت إلى صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا محضرون اليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم من فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا من رب رحيم سلام قولا من رب رحيم سلام قولا من رب رحيم امتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أعد إليكم يا بني آدم أن لا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وأن يعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم وقد عدل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون وأن يعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم ولقد عدل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون ولو نشاء لطمسنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فأنى يبصرون ولو نشاء لمسخناهم على مكانتهم فما استطاعوا هديا ولا يهتدون ومن نؤمن نكسو في الكلك فلا يهتدون ما لم يشر يوم ينبغي له إن هو إلى ذكر والقرآن المبين لينذر من كان حيا ويهلك القول على الكافرين ولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لا مالكون وجعلناها لهم فمنها يأكلون ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب وهم لا يشكرون واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم له جند محتدون فلا يعزوك قولهم إننا لهم ما يفسدون وما يؤمنون أولم يروا الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يلزم وهي رميم قل يا الذي أنشأ أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض قادر على يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو خلق عليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون صدق الله العظيم. May Allah have mercy on you.
Thank you. I would now like to invite the Chief Justice to open the Book of Condolence with his signature.
فالله لذهب بسمع وأبصار إن الله على كل شيء قدير.
Every time the lights away for them, they walk therein. But when darkness comes over them, they stand still. And if Allah had willed, He would have taken away their hearing and their sight.
Indeed, Allah is over all things competent.
يا أيها الناس اعبدوا ربكم الذي خلقكم والذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون.
O mankind, worship your Lord who created you and those before you, that you may become righteous.
الذي جعل لكم الأرض فراشا والسماء بناء وأنزل من السماء ماء فأخرج به ثمرات فلا تجعلوا لله أندادا وأنتم
See that Jesus.
وإن كنتم في ريب ما نزلنا على عبدنا فأتوا بسورة
Honorable Justice Keikura Bangura, JC.
And if you are in doubt about what we have now on our searching for Muhammad, that the basic surah, like the law, the 12 lines related to other than Allah.
فإن لم تفعلوا ولم تفعلوا فاتقوا النار التي وقودها الناس والحجارة أعدت للكافرين.
But if you do not,
Honorable Justice Rankin Profanacting Ceremony.
full of men and stones, prepared for the disbelief.
وبشر الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أن لهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار كلما رزقوا منها من ثمرة رزقا قالوا هذا الذي رزقنا من قبل وأتوا به متشابها ولهم فيها أزواج مطهرة وهم فيها خالدون.
And give good tidings to those who believe and do righteous deeds, that they will have gardens in paradise, beneath which rivers flow.
The Honorable Justice Alessandro Cecile, JC.
They will say, this is what we were provided with before, and it is given to them in likeness, and they will have therein purified spouses, and they will abide therein eternally.
إن الله لا يستحيي أن يضرب مثلا ما بعوضة فما فوقها فأما الذين آمنوا فيعلمون أنه الحق من ربهم وأما الذين كفروا فيقولون ماذا أراد الله بهذا.
Honorable Attorney General Mohammed Lamin Tawali.
Indeed, Allah is not timid to present an example, that of a mosquito, or what is smaller than it. And those who have believed know that it is the truth from their Lord. But as for those who disbelieve, they say, what did Allah intend by this as an example? He misleads many thereby, and guides many thereby. If he misleads not, except the defiantly disobedient.
الذين ينقضون عهد الله من بعد
Honorable Justice Reginald Ping, JA.
أن يوصل ويفسدون في الأرض أولئك هم الخاسرون.
To break the covenant of Allah understanding, compassion, and sever that which Allah has ordered to be joined and cause corruption on earth. It is those who are blessed.
كيف تكفرون بالله وكنتم أمواتا فأحياكم ثم يميتكم ثم يحييكم ثم إليه ترجعون.
How can you disbelieve in Allah when you were lifeless and brought to life,
Honorable Justice Monk MCC GB.
and then to him you will be returned?
هو الذي خلق لكم ما في الأرض جميعا ثم استوى في السماء فسواهن سبع سماوات وهو بكل شيء عليم.
It is He who created for you all of that which is on the earth. And He directed Himself to the heavens, His being above all creation. He made them 7 heavens, and He is knowing of all things.
وإذ قال ربك للملائكة
Justice Musul Kamba Kamala GA.
قالوا أتجعل فيها من يفسد فيها ويسفك الدماء ونحن نسبح بحمدك ونقدس لك قال إني أعلم ما لا تعلمون.
And mention, O Muhammad, when your Lord said to the angel, indeed, I will make upon the earth successive authority. They said, will you place upon it one who causes corruption therein and sheds blood, while we declare your praise and sanctify you? Allah said, indeed, I know that which you do not know.
وعلم آدم الأسماء كلها ثم عرضهم على الملائكة فقال أنبئوني بأسماء هؤلاء.
Honorable Justice John Bosco Ali.
And he taught Adam the names, all of them. Then he showed them to the angel who said, inform me of the names you are truthful.
قالوا سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم.
They said, exalted are you. We have no knowledge except what you have taught. Indeed, it is you who is the knowing, the wise.
قال يا آدم أنبئهم بأسمائهم فلما
Honorable Justice James McCain GA.
قال ألم أقل لكم أعلم غيب السماوات والأرض وأعلم ما تبدون وما كنتم تكتمون.
He said, O Adam, inform them of their names. And when he had informed them of their names, he said, did I not tell you that I know the unseen aspects of the heavens and the earth, and I know what you reveal and what you have concealed?
وإذ قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا لآدم فسجدوا إلا إبليس أبى واستكبر وكان من الكافرين.
I mentioned when we said to the angel, prostrate
Honorable Justice Sulaiman Park GA.
in belief. He refused and was arrogant and became of the disbelievers.
وقلنا يا آدم اسكن أنت وزوجك الجنة وكلا منها رغدا حيث شئتما ولا تقربا هذه الشجرة فتكونا من الظالمين.
And we said, O Adam, well, you and your wife, in paradise, and eat therefrom in ease and abundance from whatever you will. But do not approach this tree, lest you be among the wrongdoers.
فأزلهما الشيطان عنها فأخرجهما منه
Honorable Justice Bangura, J.A.
اهبطوا بعضكم لبعض عدو ولكم في الأرض مستقر ومتاع إلى
But Satan caused them to slip out of it and remove them from that condition in which they had been. And we said, go down, all of you, as enemies to one another. You will have upon the earth places, settlements, and provisions for a time.
فتلقى آدم من ربه كلمات فتاب عليه إنه هو التواب الرحيم.
Then Adam received from his Lord some words, and he accepted his repentance. Indeed, it is he
Honorable Justice Commander, J.A.
منها جميعا فإما يأتينكم مني هدى فمن تبع هداي فلا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون.
We said, go down from it, all of you. And when guidance comes to you from me, whoever follows my guidance, there will be no fear concerning them, nor will they grieve.
والذين كفروا وكذبوا بآياتنا أولئك أصحاب النار.
Aji Mamaja Stevens, J.A.
And those who disbelieve and deny our son, those will be the companions of the fire. They will abide therein eternally.
يا بني إسرائيل اذكروا نعمتي التي أنعمت عليكم وأوفوا بعهدي أوف بعهدكم وإياي فارهبون.
O children of Israel, remember my favor which I have bestowed upon you, and fulfill my covenant upon you, that I will fulfill your covenant to me, and be afraid of humbling you.
وآمنوا بما أنزلت مصدقا لما معكم
Honorable Justice Tonya Barnett, J.A.
ولا تشتروا بآياتي ثمنا قليلا وإياي تتقون.
And believe in what I have sent down, and be firmly that which is already with you, and be not the first to disbelieve in it. And do not exchange my signs for a small price, and fear only me.
ولا تلبسوا الحق بالباطل وتكتموا الحق وأنتم
Honorable Justice Unisa Kamala, J.
And do not mix the truth with falsehood or conceal the truth while you know it.
وأقيموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة واركعوا مع الراكعين.
And establish prayer and give zakah, and bow with those who bow in worship and obedience.
أتأمرون الناس بالبر وتنسون أنفسكم وأنتم تتلون الكتاب أفلا تعقلون.
Do you order righteousness of the people and forget yourself while you recite the scripture? Then will you not reason?
Honorable Justice Alfred T. Ganda, J.
إنما كبيرة إلا على الخاشعين.
And seek help through patience and prayer. And indeed, it is difficult except for the humbly submissive to Allah.
الذين يظنون أنهم ملاقو ربهم وأنهم إليه راجعون.
Who are certain that they will meet their Lord and that they will return.
يا بني إسرائيل يذكروا نعمتي
Honorable Dr. Justice A.V. Binay Kamara.
O children of Israel, remember my favor that I have bestowed upon you, and that I prefer you over the world.
واتقوا يوما لا تجزي نفس عن نفس شيئا ولا يقبل منها شفاعة ولا يؤخذ منها عدل ولا هم ينصرون.
And fear a day when no soul will suffice for another soul at all, nor will intercession be accepted from it, nor will compensation be taken from it, nor will they be aided.
وإذ نجيناكم من آل فرعون يسومونكم سوء العذاب يذبحون أبناءكم ويستحيون نساءكم وفي ذلكم بلاء من ربكم عظيم.
Honorable Justice Cosmatina C. Jones G.
To afflicted you with the worst torment, slaughtering your newborn sons and keeping your females alive. And in that was a great trial from your Lord.
وإذ فرقنا بكم البحر فأنجيناكم وأغرقنا آل فرعون وأنتم تنظرون.
And recall when we parted the sea for you and saved you and drowned the people of Pharaoh while you were looking on.
وإذ واعدنا موسى 40 ليلة ثم اتخذتم العجل من بعده وأنتم ظالمون.
And recall when we made an appointment with Moses for 40 nights.
Honorable Justice Lana G. M. Taylor G.
ثم عفونا عنكم من بعد ذلك لعلكم تشكرون.
Then we forgave you after that, so perhaps you would be grateful.
وإذ آتينا موسى الكتاب والفرقان لعلكم تهتدون.
And recall when we gave Moses scripture and criterion, perhaps you would be guided.
وإذ قال موسى لقومه يا قوم إنكم ظلمتم أنفسكم باتخاذكم العجل فتوبوا إلى بارئكم فاقتلوا أنفسكم
Robert Kua, Solicitor General S.
فتاب إنه هو التواب الرحيم.
And recall when Moses said to his people, O my people, indeed you have wronged yourself by your taking of the path of worship. So repent to your Creator and kill yourselves. That is best for all of you in the sight of your Creator. Then he accepted your repentance. Indeed, he is the accepting of repentance, the merciful.
وإذ قلتم يا موسى لن نؤمن لك حتى نرى الله جهرة فأخذتكم
The Director of Public Prosecution.
And recall when you said, O Moses, we will never believe you until we see Allah outright. So the thunderbolt took you while you were looking on.
ثم بعثناكم من بعد موتكم لعلكم تشكرون.
Then we revived you after your death, and perhaps you would be grateful.
وظللنا عليكم الغمام وأنزلنا عليكم المن والسلوى كلوا من طيبات ما رزقناكم
وما ظلمونا ولكن كانوا أنفسهم يظلمون.
Honorable Justice Hannah Oniji.
Bent down to you manna and quail, saying, eat from the good things which we have provided you. And they wronged us not, but they were only wronging themselves. وإذ قلنا ادخلوا هذه القرية فكلوا منها حيث شئتم رغدا وادخلوا الباب سجدا وقولوا حطة نغفر لكم خطاياكم وسنزيد المحسنين. And recall when we said, enter the city and eat from it wherever you will, in peace and abundance. And enter the gate bowing humbly and say, relieve us of our burden. We will then forgive your sins for you, and we will increase the good in goodness and reward. فبدل الذين ظلموا قولا غير الذي قيل لهم فأنزلنا على الذين ظلموا رجزا من السماء بما كانوا يكسبون.
Live Momofama Esquire.
Those words were stated other than that which they said that. We sent down upon those who wronged us punishment from the sky, that they were defiantly disobeyed. وإذ استسقى موسى لقومه فقل بعصاك الحجر فانفجرت منه 12 عينا قد علم كل أناس مشربهم كلوا واشربوا من رزق الله ولا تعثوا في الأرض مفسدين. And recall when Moses prayed for water for his people. So we said, strike with your staff and stone, and there gush forth from it 12 streams, and every people needs watering place. Eat and drink from the provision of Allah. We do not commit abuse on the earth, spreading corruption. وإذ قلتم يا موسى لن نصبر على طعام واحد فادع لنا ربك يخرج لنا مما تنبت الأرض من بقلها وقثائها وفومها وعدسها وبصلها قال أتستبدلون الذي هو أدنى بالذي هو خير اهبطوا مصرا فإن لكم ما سألتم
Momofama Esquire.
والمسكنة وما بغضب من الله ذلك بأنهم كانوا يكفرون بآيات الله ويقتلون النبيين بغير الحق ذلك بما عصوا وكانوا يعتدون. And recall when he said, O Moses,
Melinda Davis.
forth for us from the earth the clean earth and its cucumbers and its garlic and its lentils and its onions. Moses said, would you exchange what is better for what is less? Go into any settlement, and indeed you will have what you have. And they were covered with humiliation and poverty, and returned with anger from Allah upon them. That was because they refused to disbelieve in the signs of Allah, and killed the prophets without right. That was because they disobeyed.
Square.
إن الذين آمنوا والذين هادوا والنصارى الصابئين من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر وعمل صالحا فلهم أجرهم عند ربهم ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. Indeed, those who believe and those who were Jews or Christians or Sabians before Prophet Muhammad, those among them who believed in Allah in the last day who did righteousness, will have their reward with their Lord. No fear will there be concerning them.
Ibrahim Kamel Esquire.
قلنا ميثاقكم ورفعنا فوقكم الطور خذوا آتيناكم بقوة واذكروا ما فيه لعلكم تتقون.
And recall when we took your covenant with the children of Israel to abide by the Torah, and we raised over you the mountain, saying, take what we have given you with determination, and remember what is in it, that perhaps you will become right.
ثم توليتم من بعد ذلك فلولا فضل الله عليكم ورحمته لكنتم من الخاسرين.
Alimam Issei Esquire.
They answered that. And it's not for the favor of Allah upon you and His mercy, you would have been among the losers.
ولقد علمتم الذين اعتدوا في السبت فقلنا لهم كونوا قردة خاسئين.
And you had already known about those who transgressed among you concerning the Sabbath. And we said to them, be apes, despise.
فجعلناها نكالا لما بين يدينا وما خلفنا وموعظة للمتقين.
Brian Nelson Williams Esquire.
For those who were present and those who succeeded them, a lesson for those who fear Allah.
وإذ قال موسى لقومه إن الله يأمركم أن تذبحوا بقرة قالوا أتتخذنا هزوا قال أعوذ بالله أن أكون من الجاهلين.
And recall when Moses said to the people, indeed, Allah commands you to slaughter the cow. They said, you
Madam Abigail Subukayo.
being among the ignorant.
قالوا ادع لنا ربك يبين لنا ما هي قال إنه يقول إنها بقرة لا فارغ ولا بكر عوان بين ذلك فافعلوا ما تؤمرون.
They said, call upon your Lord to make clear to us what it is. Moses said, Allah says, it is a cow which is neither old nor virgin, but medium between that. So do what you are commanded.
Principal Magistrate Keikura Esquire.
فإنه يقول إنها بقرة صفراء فاقع لونها تسر الناظرين.
They said, call upon your Lord to tell us what is her color. He says, it is a yellow cow, bright in color, pleasing to the observers.
قالوا ادع لنا ربك يبين لنا ما هي إن البقرة شابه علينا وإنا إن شاء الله لمهتدون.
They said, call upon your Lord to make it clear to us what it is.
Magistrate Siyewi.
And we, if Allah wills, will be guided.
قال إنه يقول إنها بقرة لا تثير الأرض ولا تسقي الحرث مسلمة لا شية فيها قالوا الآن جئت بالحق فذبحوها وما كانوا يفعلون.
He says, it is a cow neither trained to plow the earth nor to irrigate the field, one free from fault with no spot of confidence. They said, now you have come with this truth. So they slaughtered her.
Magistrate Sansigi Bangura.
نار الله مخرج ما كنتم تكتمون.
And recall when you slew a man and disputed over it, but Allah was to bring out that which you were concealing.
فقلنا اضربوه ببعضها كذلك يحيي الله الموتى ويريكم آياته لعلكم تعقلون.
So we said, strike the slain man with part of it.
Magistrate Makekwa.
ثم قست قلوبكم من بعد ذلك فهي كالحجارة أو أشد قسوة وإن من الحجارة لما يتفجر منه الأنهار وإن منها لما يشقق فيخرج منه الماء وإن منها لما يهبط من خشية الله وما الله بغافل عما تعملون.
And your hearts became hardened after that.
Magistrate Ladomet Makole.
There is verse 4. And there are some of them that split open and water comes out. And there are some of them that fall down for fear of Allah. And Allah is not unaware of what you do.
أفتطمعون أن يؤمنوا لكم وقد كان فريق منهم يسمعون كلام الله ثم يحرفونه من بعد ما عقلوه وهم يعلمون.
Do you covet the host of believers again?
الذين آمنوا قالوا آمنا وإذا خلا بعضهم إلى بعض قالوا أتحدثونهم بما فتح الله عليكم لتحاجوكم تعقلون.
And when they meet those who believe, they say, we have believed. But when they are alone with one another, they say, can you talk to them about what Allah has revealed to you so that to argue with you about it before your Lord? Then will you not reason?
أولا يعلمون أن الله يعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون.
But you do not know that Allah knows what they conceal and what they declare.
ومنهم أميون لا
Molly Lengo Esquire.
أماني وإنهم إلا يظنون.
And among them are unelected ones who do not know the scripture except in wishful thinking. They are only assuming.
فويل للذين يكتبون الكتاب بأيديهم ثم يقولون هذا من عند الله ليشتروا به ثمنا قليلا فويل لهم مما كتبت.
So now I'd like to take a break here, and the book of condolence will stay open for others to sign. I'd like to invite the judges and the family members to retire to the Chief Justice's chambers. All right.
Yes, whoever brings evil to the sin has been confiscated. Those are the companions of the fire. They will abide therein eternally.
والذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أولئك أصحاب الجنة هم فيها خالدون.
But they who believe in the righteous deeds, those who believe in paradise, will abide therein.
Mr. Godwin,